Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler. In his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now Wilson on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 59 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents.
Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-9. Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now and 4th as a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 13 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Short yardage, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he will have the Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's 2nd and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On 3rd down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Trying the power game with Ham. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Once more, it's the fullback Ham. And he will take this right into the end zone for the Viking touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Drive the Seahawks offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while.
There it is. 7-7, our score after 1. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows. He's having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right now.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The field position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when a smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
And what's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the ball now going back over to Seattle Seahawks offense. The Charles Hoy touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing. It's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He gives it off to Carson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles in the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Flushed out right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has it up for the 1st. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll roll him out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Looking sideline, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now he'll escape. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson will throw again. Firing quickly here, that's complete. Then he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Longer now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand.
This is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. Longer now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They go play action. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. They're going for Jefferson downfield.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Working out of the gun. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Final play of the half. Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, But for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. Cousins now to throw on first down. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Elite man, he's got it. He got it. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. They'll make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Cousins. Flush to his right. Caught on a slant. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in sprint.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Ham taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Rolling to his right. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Another tone for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. To actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielding just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson, he'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. That'll toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And This time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Wilson to throw. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they give the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On first down, Carson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9. Stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than their partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Completes this to Jefferson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.